Hi, hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing a birthday book haul reading vlog. So if you haven't watched my birthday book haul, I will tag it. Go check that out to see other books we could have picked from. These are the 3 books that I ended up reading in this video. It went very like mood read style. I just picked up books how I felt like it and then recorded my thoughts to it, but these are all books that I got for my birthday. If you go back and watch that video and you see any books that you'd love to see me read, comment those on that video or this video or whatever. Just comment them and I will try to get to those sooner rather than later. Yeah, without further ado, if you want to see my thoughts on any of these 3 books, I'm going to pass you on to Past Scotland to have you guys read them, and then you'll come back and I'll chat, give you a little wrap up at the end of the video. Have fun. I think what we're going to start today, I'm feeling most intrigued by The Most. So I think we're going to start that one. And since it's such a short book, I'll probably check in with you once I've read like 50 pages and kind of see how we're feeling. I am officially 47 pages into The Most by Jessica Anthony. And I felt like I should check in because obviously it's not a very long book. So I'm not quite halfway, but I feel like 50 was a good check-in point for this book. I have lots of thoughts and no thoughts at the same time. This book is very odd. Like it's reading very like crunchy in my brain, and I love that, and that's the point. It's meant to make you think, and like how things are being revealed to us are very interesting. Like I'm very impressed by the writing and the writing style and the uniqueness of this book. I feel like this should be winning awards or something. Very, very interesting. Very, very engaging, and it's like exactly what I was needing right now. I love that this only spans 8 hours because we are getting so many details and learning so much about the characters. I love a character study. I am a character reader through and through, and this is giving me that 100%. And just like regular people, but also like not regular people. I would love to read more of Jessica Anthony's work because written so well. I'm gonna have to look up more like I'm gonna have to look up reviews by her, or reviews of this book, because I really want to discuss this book with people. The other thing, I will be reading this again, because I know that, especially with like literary fiction books, it's really important to reread them, and the 3 or 4 or 5 times, like, to be able to get the full like scope of what's going on in it. And I'm excited to read this book again. I can't wait to get to the end and then read it again so that I pick up on more of the things that I know I'm missing because of how like crunchy the writing is. Anyway, I said a lot while not saying very much. I'm going to keep reading, and I probably won't check in with you guys again until this book is finished where it's so short. And hopefully I'll have some more thoughts and a rating. This is, so far, it's feeling very 5-star. Very 5-star. This is my favorite style of book. I want a book that is going to make me think, that is going to make me cringe, that is exploring the world in a different way than other books that I've read, and a book that is pushing the boundaries of literature. I love literary fiction books that like tear you apart and like completely reconstruct and attack the way that you think of the world. This is doing that. So it's definitely giving 5-star vibes right now. Anyway, let's continue to read. All right, I just finished The Most by Jessica Anthony, and we need to talk about it. This book, I rated it 5 stars. I love how this book was written. I think it was phenomenally written. I think the author, sorry, this is moving terribly. Is it moving still? I think the author did a phenomenal job of expressing what she was trying to express with this book. I think This book scratched me in all of the right ways. It made me think. I love how it explored the different facets of like what a mother is and was in 1957, and a mother's like responsibilities versus like what that looks like in the world. Also, like a mother's responsibilities and what that looks like in regards to the father's responsibilities, the kids, all of those things. Also discussing like the morality of the different choices that both of them made in their life and how that affects one another and how that affects their relationship. I also think, what else was I gonna say? I loved the prose in this, and like I loved how everything was revealed to us. It was so like, it felt so random, but in a way that we learned what we were supposed to learn when we were supposed to learn it to make this have the biggest impact that it could. I am very, very impressed with Jessica Anthony's writing. I would love to read more of her work. Honestly, I would recommend this. This definitely isn't, I wouldn't be recommending this book as a silly haha, as a silly haha hang out and read. This definitely, I mean, it wasn't a hard read. It was a fairly easy read. Some of the stuff that happened was a little hard, but like it wasn't hard to read. It wasn't hard to get through. Like, honestly, but it's not a fun read by any means. But I recommend this book to everybody. I love books that explore the human experience in such a intense way and such a like grading way. Like literally just the writing style, everything that happened is so like crunchy and makes you think so much. And I love that in a book. This is exactly what I needed right now. Moving forward, the next two books that I'd like to read in this reading vlog, I finally decided what else I'm going to read. One Italian Summer and Better Than the Movies. One Italian Summer, my sister-in-law has been recommending to me forever, and I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. So I bought it, and I think I've got it on Libby, or I did. I don't know if it's still available. I'm trying to get the sticker off. I don't know if it's still available or not. I can't right now. Anyway, but One Italian Summer, super fun. It's supposed to be like her mom dies, I think. Anyway, I'm excited to get into this one, and it's obviously One Italian Summer, so I'd like to read it before summer's over, which is why it's gonna be in this vlog. And then Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. From what I've heard, it's YA, and it's just a YA romance about rom-coms. So they've got to be fun and easy, right? You'd think. Anyway, so we're gonna get into these two, and I will check back in. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna start with yet, so I will check back in when I have some thoughts on one of them. See you guys later. I am officially 100 pages into Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and I ate some frosting. Anyway, don't mind that. I'm matching the book. I'm pleasantly surprised. I read Accidentally Amy by Lynn Painter last year, and I just did not really enjoy it. I listened to the whole thing. I don't know. I just wasn't super impressed, but I definitely wanted to try more Lynn Painter because I know everybody talks about how awesome she is and like how much they love her books. This is it. I am on page 104. And honestly, it's so cute. I'm absolutely obsessed. I already want to read the next book. The characters have super great chemistry. I'm loving the childhood friends to lovers, hate to love, rivals to lovers vibe that's going on here. Wes is so cute. So cute. And Liz is completely oblivious, but super fun. I'm hoping to finish this book today. So I'll keep reading. I'll probably be in the exact same outfit, potentially the exact same spot. Let me check with you guys later when I'm close to the end of the book. I'm thinking like 300 pages, so we're almost to the end. And yeah, so I will check in with you when I have more thoughts. All right, I thought I'd check in again. I'm in the exact same place. I am now on page 252. I felt like this was I thought this was another good place to check in. I'm loving this book. It is so fun. The characters are so fun. Their chemistry is so fun. I love Wes. Oh my gosh. He might be one of my new favorite romance book boyfriends. The fantasy list and the romance list are very different, but I am having a blast. I'm literally sitting in here like giggling, kicking my feet. I'm sitting here going, oh my goodness, or like giggling, all the things. I'm having so much fun. Obviously, I'm almost done with the book, so the conflict is like currently happening. But anyway, I'm still loving it. I'm having such a good time. I really was hesitant to read this book. I didn't think I'd like it, but I'm having so much fun. I'm gonna have to go look up Wes and Liz TikToks after this. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna finish it out. Also, we're actually gonna talk a little bit longer. It is 2:20 right now, and I have to be to work. I probably should stop reading at 3. I need to be to work at 3:30. And I'm trying to see how many pages there are. Total. What in the heck? Oh. Oh my goodness, the sound. There's a soundtrack. I'm sorry, that was way too excited. Okay, 350 pages. I'm on 250, 100 pages. Shoot. I can usually read about 100 pages in an hour. It's gonna be so close. I better get to reading because I'm really hoping to finish this before I go to work. All right, farewell. All right, I'm at the best part of the book. Anyway, I made it about as far as I thought I would before I had to go to work. I'm on page 322, so about 60 pages. 60 pages? Yeah, 60 pages, 40 minutes. Makes sense. Anyway, I'm loving it. It's so good, but I unfortunately have to get ready for work. But I'm supposed to start my session at 3:30, but my client doesn't get there until a little after 3:30. So I'm thinking I might be able to finish it while I'm sitting in there waiting for her. Obviously, I won't be able to like film or anything. So I will check in with you guys when I get home from work, whether it's a little after I get home from work and I finish the book, or if I finish it during session, or before session, I mean. So anyway, loving this book. I can't give this book a 5-star, right? I can't give this book a 5-star. We'll see. Anyway, I will check in with you guys when I finish the book. All right, I just finished Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and I'm obsessed. I can't believe I waited so long to read this book. I can't, because I read accidentally Amy first and really disliked that book. This was so good. It was so cute. It was exactly what I'm needing. Wes is my newest book boyfriend obsession. I will be looking up TikToks and all of the things about these guys. I literally closed the book and started talking to you guys. I do think I'm gonna rate this book 5 out of 10. Whoa. 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5. Sorry. 5 stars. I'm gonna go through my little like rating checklist kind of thing that I do, but like my only thing, I just feel like I can't give it 5 stars because it didn't have much like literary depth, I guess. Like for me, a 5-star book is one that like changed my life. We're processing this together. I'm rating it 5 stars. Why can't I rate it 5 stars? I absolutely love this book. I loved West. I loved the chemistry. I loved everything that happened. I loved the whole thing. I like literally 5 stars. There wasn't anything that I was like, Also, I read it all today. So there's that. Also with finishing this, I don't feel like I'm in the mood for One Italian Summer anymore because I feel like it's gonna be a little heavier. And so I think I'm gonna read Done and Dusted next because I feel like I need more silly cute haha. And that's the only other book that I bought that's gonna be silly cute haha. The rest of them are a little more serious. So we're gonna do that. And I will check in with you guys when I'm like 100 pages into Done and Dusted. All right, I am right about halfway through Done and Dusted by Lila Sage, and I thought I would share my thoughts. I'm on page 160. It's cute. It's cute. It's definitely not... I feel like the other 2 books I read in this vlog were phenomenal, and I've read a couple of other really good books in the mix of those as well.
This one's just not quite hitting the same as those. I feel like I know they've known each other forever. It's feeling a little too, like, insta-lovey to me. I don't know. I feel like it's moving too quickly. But it's still a super cute story. I'm still loving the couple. They're really fun. I'm having a blast. You know, the brother's best friend thing. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. The only thing, this book is feeling like it's gonna be 3.5 stars, which isn't bad. Like, it really is a good read. I'm just not feeling super, it's just not phenomenal. It's nothing life-changing, right? Oh, excuse me. We'll see. Right now, it's pretty cute. Pretty good. Anyway, I will check in probably when I'm done with the book. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to reading. All right, I just finished Done and Dusted by Layla Sage. A couple of thoughts. This book was spicy. I haven't read anything this spicy in a minute. This is not saying that it's crazy spicy. I just haven't read a lot of spice lately. And so this was pretty spicy. It says that it's my one quarrel, whatever. It says it's a slow burn. It's backwards too, so I apologize. This was not a slow burn. What do you mean? Anyway, if this is a slow burn, then I have never read anything but a slow burn. Anyway, it was a really fun book. I think I'm gonna rate it 3.5 stars. It was really fun. I liked their chemistry and everything. I wish we got to see them a little bit more before they got together. The epilogue, I wish the epilogue was more than just spice. I mean, there's a little bit more there, but I feel like we got enough of that through the book, and so, like, I didn't need to see that in the epilogue. Like, I know they're doing it. Yeah. But I liked it. It was cute. I liked the third act conflict. I guess I didn't like it. I liked it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rate it 3.5. I think I'm gonna give it 3.5 just because, like, I really did have a lot of fun reading it. I literally started it yesterday, read it really quickly, so yeah, I think we're gonna rate 3 stars. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then I'll record the outro to this video and give you my final thoughts on all the books after I've had a second to sit and think about it.
Hi, hello, and welcome back to Future Scotland. I hope your travels were wonderful and glorious. I'm just going to kind of wrap up the last couple books. I've got one thing to talk about, and then I'll do the little outro, so this should be reasonably quick. First, we read The Most by Jessica Anthony. I rated this book 5 stars. This was a super fun read. I don't know that I'd recommend it to everybody. It definitely isn't for everyone, but it was a super interesting read. It definitely made me think a lot, and it just, like, itched my brain in a place I didn't know need itched. So this is a super fun read. If you're looking for something that's very different than what you're currently than what you've ever read, and you just need something to kind of, like, get you out of a funk, this one is your book. Next, I read Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I am also reading this book 5 stars. I cannot stop thinking about the characters. Wes is definitely in my top 5 book boyfriends. Probably top 3, actually, if we think about it. But anyway, definitely in my top 3 book boyfriends. Their chemistry was so fun. I love this book. I'm trying to find the short stories that Lynn Painter have written about Lynn Painter has written about these characters so that I can get into the world more, and I cannot wait to read the second book. So 5 stars. I recommend this book to anybody who loves romance books and who wants a fluffy, clean romance. This is it. The last book I read was Done and Dusted by by Lila Sage. I rated this book 3.5 stars. It was good. It was a little too spicy for my taste, and it just kind of felt meh, especially compared to my other 2 5-star reads. With all that being said, I'm trying to talk so fast and it's already been 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's so crazy. Anyway, with all of that being said, I posted this on my book talk and my bookstagram. I don't think I posted it here, so we're just gonna have a little chat real fast. I will no longer be posting about smut on my channel. Any books even like this, I wouldn't necessarily call this 100% smut, I don't know. But anyway, even like books like this that have like a moderate amount of spice in it or anything like that, I will not be talking about. You may hear me talk about a couple books with spice, like if they come up and I'm not realizing that it has spice in it, I'll definitely talk about that. Anyway, that's kind of like, and this doesn't mean I'm not gonna read books with explicit content. Like Kite Runner and A Thousand Splendid Suns are two of my favorite books of all time, and they have spice, or they don't have spice in them. They have explicit content in them, but it's not meant to like arouse you or anything. Like it's just telling the story in as plain a way as it can, but with staying true to like things that actually happen, right? So that type vibe, I will still continue to read, because I feel like it expands the human experience. And if you read spice, good for you. Like that's totally fine. And obviously I've read quite a bit of spice in my time. I just don't want to anymore. It just doesn't make me feel good. And there's so many other books I could read. I also feel like on my book accounts, it feels like a cop-out. Like it's so easy to get views and likes and comments and hooks and whatever from books with spice in them. And I want to push myself to really make content that's true to who I am, and that also like is a little harder to promote, right? It's harder to promote books that a lot of people, I mean, I've heard a lot of people talk about this one, that a lot of people don't talk about and that don't get a lot of, or that don't have spice in them, don't have something to like really hook you in, or like books like this. Actually, I haven't read this book, but I know that it's a clean romance. It's a Regency romance. Books like this that just don't get talked about a lot online. I'm also like really leaning towards, I don't know if I have any here. It doesn't look like it, but I'm wanting to read more nonfiction, general fiction. I love reading lit fic books. Like really that's where my love of reading is. And so I'm going to push more into that. Thank you for listening to my yap. The next video coming out will be my August wrap up, where I'll talk about all the books I've read this month. And I've read, like, this is my best reading month so far. I think I've got 10 books so far, and I'm hoping to finish at least one more before I post that video. So make sure you stick around and go check that out. Make sure you're liking, following, subscribing, all of the things. And I will see you guys on Monday. See you guys later.